How's it going, folks? It's your buddy VFS Prophet here, and today I just want to make a little video just talking about all the rods that I've had, as I showed you last time. But today, what I'm going to focus on is talking about each rod individually and tell you my experiences and what I think about the rod. So today, of course, you guys seen this rod, but I figured since it's one of my tops, I might as well talk about it, and that is the Tsurinoya Elf Trout Rod. So this rod right here, it's well the model rather, it's called the Tsurinoya Elf Trout C622UL. Has a line weight of 1 to 4 pound line test and a lure weight of 1 to 5 grams. And of course, it's a 6'2" two-piece casting rod, as you can see here. Definitely your BFS type of rod for sure. This can handle your trout, your bass, anything ultralight, just about you name it, it'll throw it without a problem. I was quite shocked how well this rod has worked for me. Seriously, like, I don't know, for what you get from this rod, pretty astounding. It surprised me, to say the very least. I would say this rod, just how it's made and the taper of this rod, it's such a great and versatile stick for your BFS general things like your small jigs, your small hard baits, crankbaits, jerk baits, weightless plastics, what have you. It'll throw just about anything. Keep it in the 1 gram range, and you'll be fine. I've had no issues casting this thing 1 gram and above without issues, obviously. Under 1 gram, I haven't tried it really yet, just because I don't think it's going to be the most effective way of throwing something so tiny. If I'm going to throw something tiny, just use my super ultralight spinning stuff. But if I don't have to use it, I'm not going to use it because BFS is where it's at. I would say if you're looking for a rod, and if you come towards anything like this, I would jump on it. But the kind of unfortunate thing with this rod, after I purchased this rod from the Tsurinoya store from AliExpress, not too long after, they just stopped selling these rods. They still sell the Tsurinoya Ajing series of rod. It looks exactly the same. It's just a little bit of a longer handle, longer rod overall, a little bit heavier. But they still sell those, but they stopped selling these, and I don't know why. Because honestly, this rod has worked so well for me, and it looks nice. Has that nice stealthy kind of look to it, but it has some flash to it. As you can see, the nice carbon fiber right here. You get your nice anodized purple cap right here, or trim pieces rather, as you can see all in there. That's such a nice rod. He did a really good job. Nice split grip EVA, one of my favorite configurations of a grip. You got this skeletonized Fuji reel seat, the SKTS reel seat, I believe it's called. And also here, that's Fuji Alkanite guides. Always a great little thing to have on here. You see me catch that decent bass off of it, and lots of others in between. I would say if you can find this, I'm hoping Tsurinoya gets it together and puts this rod back out, or maybe they're going to update it. I mean, I don't know what they can do to improve on it, but looking forward to it. Hopefully it's something worthwhile. And if they do come out with it, I would definitely say jump on this. It's definitely one of those specialty little rods that I will probably always have. I don't think I'll ever get rid of this rod. It just works so well. And I love the little details, like, you see the cross woven fiber along the butt section of the blank. You got a nice little hook keeper, which is nice because, believe it or not, a lot of your BFS rods, especially from Japan, don't come with hook keepers. I never understood that. I don't get it. I would say action wise, it's definitely a medium fast taper. Try to give you a little demonstration of what it can do. So you can see it has that nice medium fast, so it's gonna bend more towards the center of the blank, as you can see. but it still has plenty of reserve power to handle those bigger fish. Like I told you earlier, you guys saw my first video, that first bass I caught. Didn't have any issues. I didn't feel like I was overtaxing a rod. Just let the rod do the work and let the fish tire itself out. Honestly, great. I've never had any malfunctions with it. Obviously, I take good care of my stuff. If you want something that you can use for lakes, ponds, rivers, nothing too tight because it is 6'2". You can't get into those really tight little creeks, obviously. But for your multi-purpose kind of rod, I would definitely look into it. There are a couple alternatives that you can get, but I'm gonna save those for future reviews because I do have those rods. But I want you guys to stay tuned for that. Overall, I would say great rod, pairs up well with just about any BFS reel you can think of. But in particular, I would say probably the top reels I would pair it with would either be one, Shimano Corrado, two, if you want more budget reel, the Tsurinoya Dark Wolf Ultra. And honestly, as you can tell, has a purple accenting. Those are little things that doesn't come with the real stock, because as you guys know, I don't like to keep things stock if I can help it, and I do little things to my reels to make them stand out and be different for sure. And later on, I will tell you what I did to get these cool purple accents onto this reel, because normally the reel's all black, and I was like, it's a little too mellowed out. Let's add a little flash to it. So obviously the nice little purple accents, as you can see. Very nice, but if you look, like, it just matches oh so perfectly. You can't beat that at all. I mean, look at that. Purple here, you got the purple there. Pretty much a good match. And of course, you paired up very well with your Shimano, all the pairings. 2016, 2022, don't matter, they both go well. Conquest, BFS, another one that matches well. You could put just about any BFS, but I tend to go towards things that kind of match up, so to speak, kind of blend together, have that nice aesthetic. Definitely about those aesthetics. I want things to look nice and neat and have a good sense of a bit of matching, bit of coordination, if I can help that. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's up to you. Whatever you think works, go for it. Get that BFS up ready. Doesn't take much. Whatever works for you, do it. Stick with it. I'm just here to give you guys an honest opinion of what I think of these rods, because I've tried a lot of things. Definitely with the rods, I definitely am more the guy that tests more rods and reels than anything, because there's just so many different rods out there compared to reels. Don't get me wrong, there's plenty of reels, but there's definitely a lot more options in fishing rods than for the reels for sure. So I definitely have more of a soft spot towards rods, just because, always trying to find that perfect rod that works as best as possible, getting the most performance out of it, having the most productivity and enjoyment on the water. Let's just face it, we fish because it's fun. It's just such a great thing to do. You're outside. Fingers crossed. Please, 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 Tsurinoya, if you're watching this, please re-release this rod. Whatever you're contemplating, take it from me, an actual avid BFS fisherman. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that likes this rod. I know there's people out there that have these and they do like them. I'm sure there are. I'm not the only one, but I'm just reinforcing it. So, Tsurinoya, if you are watching this, re-release this rod. What's the point of having the Ajing style rod if you don't have this? This is way better than the Ajing rod. Ajing rods are too stiff. They're too tip stiff. They're more of an extra fast action. Good for your bottom contact fishing, hence why it's made that way for little rock bass and horse mackerel in Japan, because you're fishing deep in those rockier situations and you want to feel any slight bite with that faster action. This is more suited towards your bass, trout, panfish. Just come out with this, please. About 6 inches almost, the rear grip, which is a good overall length for more of your casting. Gets out of the way of your forearm so you can do better manipulations, especially things like jerk baits and any sort of little tiny jigs. You want to just kind of pop, jig, twitch. Stays out of the way. All right, guys. Just want to do a quick video. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Any questions, always ask. I'll respond to you as soon as possible. And also, follow my Instagram account. Same name, BFS Profit. Definitely give that a look, give that a follow. Lots and lots coming, lots in the works. Stay tuned. Until next time, keep catching those fish, keep fishing that BFS, and always be safe and have a good time.